So when Eucharistic Adoration came to our parish of Holy Trinity in Clifford, Belfast, around 1993, she was one of the first to spend an hour in adoration every week. She would go there with my Aunt Bridget, who was also my godmother, and so with them both praying for me, it was just a matter of time before something really big happened. And at the same time, I had been engaged to a lovely young man who I was really keen on, but my mom was not as keen with the match as we were, and she really didn't want us to marry. And through her prayers, we broke up. Because
Hi there folks, welcome to Bise Fun. So I'm here in the Catholic Youth Conference with Ron, and I just want to ask you, brother there, what is your impression on this conference?
So far it's very, very good. The great range of speakers. So far the first few talks have been very inspiring, some great testimonies, and we're looking forward to the workshops coming up and the Mass for the rest of the day.
Hello, so I'm here with my friend Darren as well, and I want to ask you, what is your impression of this conference?
Yep, it's very good. Seems to be very encouraging to young adults, and yeah, we had Maria Steen give her keynote address. It seemed to go very, very well. I'm very impressed so far, and yeah, looks to be the best conference so far, I think.
Indeed. Alright, so that is the invitation for you to come next year if you didn't come this year.
Exactly, get here.
Now with Deacon Craic, and just want to ask you there, what's your impression? First day you were doing this here, like conducting and leading the retreat.
Guess what? I was emceeing the conference, and it was really great, really well organised, and everything ran on time. Speakers were very, very inspirational, a lot of really good content, and a lot of young people here really enjoying it and very, very interested and focused on it. And then it's now leading into a sort of sacramental phase where there's going to be Holy Mass and so on. So yes, I was very glad to be here, and sorry that I can't stay the rest of the day.
That's wonderful, but just to let you the invitation there as well, if you didn't come this year, it's a yearly conference, so every year we hold this here in the Queen's Chaplaincy.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Of conference with Michael here, and I just want to ask you, what is your impression on this conference?
Well, it's been a great day. There's been some really good talks. We had a lovely master and had great food today, so it's been a great day all around.
Do you think people should be encouraged to come to this retreat next year as well?
Oh, absolutely. This is my third year now coming to lead retreat, so it's been a fantastic experience every year. They've got great speakers and they've got great setup, and they're really friendly and everyone's really nice. So it's
so if you haven't been yet, you're losing out. Aqui eu participando também. Eu queria te perguntar então, Mariana, o que você está achando do encontro da Legião de Maria?
Eu tô achando muito bom, assim, apesar de que eu não entendo 100%, meu inglês ainda não é bom, aliás, não é muito bom, mas eu tô gostando, porque pouco que eu tô entendendo, tô gostando sim. A Legião de Maria sempre me traz alegria.
Então você acha que se tiver algum brasileiro aí ano que vem, você acha que ele deveria ser encorajado para vir conhecer e saber como que é esse encontro da Legião? Acho que sim.
Sempre tem testemunhos que elevam a nossa alma, a nossa mente, os pensamentos para Deus. Muito bom o testemunho da irmã, do Greg. Muito bom, sempre nos ajuda a nos aproximar de Deus.
Catholic Conference. I'm here with Stephen. I just want to ask you, brother, there, where this idea of doing this conference came from?
Right, so the conference basically came from 4 years ago, I think. A bunch of us legionaries went down to Dublin. They have a conference, and they were encouraging others to do likewise. So what I basically did was, with the other brothers, is essentially set up the conference. So this is the 4th conference we're having. And every year our plan is just to try to grow it, get better speakers, and continue.
I would like to ask you as well, what are the plans moving forward here to get more young people engaged?
I suppose what we've been trying to do is make that personal contact, show individuals just chatting to them, but also a big thing really is social media, trying to use social media. At the moment we use a good bit of Facebook, but then there's a lot more, there's Twitter, Instagram, everything else that goes with that. Also getting all the dioceses that surround Belfast to get involved in it and just get more people active, really.
That's wonderful. So just if you like to leave an invitation for people who haven't been before to come next year maybe, what would you say to them?
It's great. It's really, really good. You'll have a range of speakers and a range of different topics, and depending on the team, I think most people would enjoy it if they're into Catholicism or just even the faith, any kind of faith they have.
That's great then. Thank you very much, brother.
No problem.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste
Catholic conference, and I'm here with
Gemma.
and Gemma, I just want to ask you there, what is your impression on the conference this year?
I'm really loving the conference this year. We come most years, and it's really informative about our faith. Today we can get the opportunity to really gain knowledge on our faith that we don't really get that often.
That's wonderful. So you'll be coming next year as well?
Yeah, definitely coming next year.
That's great. Thank you very much. We are here, and we are on the Catholic conference. I just want to know, what are you thinking about the conference so far?
It's been really, really good. Really nice with all things. Very useful to be personal.
You're enjoying it then, yeah?
Very
And you come in next year as well?
Yeah, definitely come next year.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. And he just did that wonderful talk about the 4 last things, and I just wanted you to say, like, to the young people who's going to be watching this and thinking about getting here next year, what should a young people do to be saved from hell?
Hope in God, trust in God, try to live as God intended, but realizing that even if we fall down, God is there to lift us up, and be joyful about it. You know, don't go around constantly fearing hell or fearing the devil. Be aware of him, be aware of the traps he will set, but trust in God and allow God to lead you. Because when God leads us, he leads us into peace, he leads us into joy. And that's the biggest things that we can hope for in eternity.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
thank you very much, Father. What would you say there? If people are thinking of coming or not, would you encourage them to come next year?
Absolutely. They're not a bad bunch. They're not a bad bunch. And it's good to see young people who are vibrant about their faith, who want to have the tools to go out and speak about their faith with a firm foundation. And that's what's important.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Father.
Very welcome.
There you go, folks. We have Father Connor here, lovely priest, done a lovely talking here. And I just want to ask you, Father, what was your impression on this year's conference?
Well, this year I was really impressed just to meet so many young people who are really hungry for holiness. They just want to serve the Lord. They want to find all the tools they can to help them become saints. And so that was something very, very inspiring for me, just to see so many people at talks, taking notes, encouraging each other, and so on. So I'd really...
Right, Father, so very inspiring there. And what have you got to say to people who are thinking about coming next year? They are uncertain of coming, why they should come next year?
Well, I'd say just don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear here. You'll just get good formation, you'll meet nice, kind, interesting people. And so come along. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're even a little bit curious about your Catholic faith, just come.
Just over now, and I want to ask you what were your impressions on this year's conference?
It was such an excellent conference. I'm just thinking to myself, that was terrific. That really was great.
What have you got to say to people about they are thinking about coming or not next year? Why they should come, James?
I think it's really unmissable. A missable chance to grow in faith, and to meet people of the caliber of yourself, Gustavo, and just to be able to let your influence rub off on people. I think I say definitely people have to go.
É isso aí, gente. A gente tem gente social, a gente tem gente falando. A maioria das pessoas aqui só fala inglês, então a gente fica por aqui. A gente começou falando em português, a gente começou falando em inglês e termina em português. É pra vocês aí. Se você gostou desse vídeo, se inscreve no canal, deixa seu like aí. E também venha próximo ano, se você tiver oportunidade aqui para Catholic Youth Conference. Legion of Mary, Belfast.